Well, that man's son, 17-year-old Jared Kano, was arrested by Tampa police for plotting, they say, to outdo Columbine. They allege that Kano had a minute-by-minute plan to set off pipe bombs at the Tampa high school that expelled him, intending to kill more than 30 people. So we're going to go now to our human behavior expert, Dr. Wendy Walsh. Wendy, what is going on with these kids today? It's Jared Kano this week. Last week, we covered a story of another 17-year-old. His name is Eduardo Marmolejo, accused of stabbing to death the principal at his private school because he put him in a class that he didn't like. Are young people more violent today as compared to previous generations, or are we just reporting on it more?
I think, Don, we're just reporting on it more. I didn't really see any trends in the statistic to show that there's been this giant spike. What I can tell you for sure is that America, compared to the rest of the world, has far more violent weapons-related crimes with teens because, of course, we have a pretty loose gun control here. So they're far more violence regarding using gunfire. And there's also been a big spike in girl teen violence and date teen violence. But in general, it's just that we're covering it more and people are aware.
Oh, there are more cameras around. Media's bigger. There are more media outlets. But I don't, seriously, I don't remember, and maybe I'm wrong, I could be wrong, but I don't remember kids having such access to guns when I was a kid, and at least not automatic weapons.
Yeah, that's the main thing, is that we have so many weapons in our culture. But, you know, having said that, Don, when I was growing up in a relatively smallish city in Canada, we had our local Catholic high school, you know, shot a gun shooting with kids, you know, and we have pretty strict gun control in Canada. So, you know, it can happen anywhere.
Yeah, well, people had guns in their home. My grandparents had guns, and they didn't like it. I should say my dad had guns in the home, but they weren't like automatic weapons. They were, you know, these little guns and these new things that have come out now. Nobody had that. All right. But I want to move on and talk about this because our affiliate WFTS is reporting that Facebook pages have popped up, Free Jared Kano and Save Jared Kano, and police have concerns about young people perhaps copying what Kano may have been planning. Explain this copycat phenomenon. Is this more common now in teenagers?
Well, again, it's related to the media coverage. Exactly what we're doing, Don, encourages other troubled teens to potentially be copycats. But I want to be clear about these Facebook pages. Most of them are not condoning the crime by any means, but they're more wanting to show sympathy and empathy for a troubled teen who clearly, they're calling it, had a call to help out for the world.
What do you mean what we're doing? How are we exacerbating this, Wendy?
Well, the more you cover crime, the more it gives people who are mentally a little bit unstable new ideas for how they can create crimes. I mean, you and I would never do a story on how to build a bomb, you know, because for that very reason.
All right. I'll take your word for it. All right, Wendy, I want you to stay with us because we're going to talk about the problem. And when I heard this story, I couldn't believe it. Pedophilia in Hollywood and some other hot topics. Straight ahead. Stay with us.